Well, go on, guys. I'm excited to be here today to give you something I just found. This is like a mind blowing, you know, epiphany that I found in the market. So I'm going to be tagging it the flow state. But the title of this video is going to be how to read price action like a pro, because everything that happens in the market happens because of price. And what is price? Price is like the particular ticker you are interested in either buying or you're selling. And what makes price what it is basically like the imbalance between buyers and sellers. So if there are more buyers, you see price go up. If there are more sellers, you see price go down. Then if there's no, there's no greater version of either the buyers or the sellers, you see price consolidate. That's why you can be in the market and the market is ranging. So that's price in a nutshell. But when we want to talk about price action is, how the candlestick play. What do you see in the market? How can you read what it is telling you? You don't want to be predicting the market. You want to be reacting and be in the flow state with what is currently going on. Let's say you trade a breakout strategy. You want to wait for price to actually break out before you engage. You don't want to foresee the market before it happens. You want to wait for it, patient enough for it. Then when it breaks out, you join in. Let's say you are a double top, double bottom type of trader. You want to wait for the double bottom and the double tops to form before you go in. That means the market has already told you a story. The story is, okay, at this particular support level or at this particular resistance level, sellers or buyers are finding it hard to, break through or you know, bounce on top of it. So what do you do then? You use your trading arsenal, everything you have learned in the market, to be able to react to what price is doing. Yeah, I know I'm talking about a lot. It's just I'm very interested in trading basically. Well, let's get to the charts and I can give you a proper breakdown of what I mean by the flow states. So price action, I'm going to use gold for this example. Please pay attention to this video because I spent a lot of money to learn this and a lot of trial and error in the market before I was able to figure this out. So I'm giving to you guys at the platter right now, so please pay attention. So let me find gold now, because all of this here are markers of the things I'm currently doing in the market. So let's find the plain one. So what do you see right now? You can see that this is an uptrend. So pure price action, I want your goal to be able to read the market without having indicators on it. I have one indicator, but I barely use it. This is like it's an SMA. I don't even really know the name. Let me find the name of the indicator. It's basically an MA, like a smooth moving average type of MA. I use it on the 50. I put a 50 on it. You can see the input is 50. So why 50 is just to determine the trend. But because I understand price action, because I've learned to, read price for price, what is price doing currently? Price is in an uptrend. Price is buying. This is the weekly time frame. So price is currently buying and it is in an uptrend. So I'm able to read that. I don't need the indicator to tell me price is buying. You can use indicators just to support your visibility, your awareness, but it shouldn't be something that tells you what to do, because indicators lag. So now let's get back to the flow state. So if you look at this, I call it the flow state is because price, the way I read price or the way I read the market is always in the flow. Let's say you think about this like water now. You can see it's flowing up, it's flowing up, it's consistently flowing up. So now imagine you are trying to surf. Let's say you are a surfer and you're trying to surf this particular wave. Does it not make sense to surf it upward as compared to trying to, be smart and surf it downwards? Do you understand? Like, let's say the wave of water is flowing this way now, consistently going this way. Does it not make sense to just wait for it to pull back and continue, buying, as compared to looking for these short-term sales? Do you understand? So this gives you a higher probability, because basically what we are playing here is a probability game. So this gives you just a higher probability of you, really functioning properly in the market and increasing your chances of being a winner in this space. So now to the flow state. So as you can see, gold is very bullish. Now it makes, if I go on the 4-hour time frame, this is the time frame I trade on. You can see, let's get really into the nitty-gritties of this particular play. So you can see that in between this play, in between this uptrend, we have selling opportunities. See, you can see we have, let's say, price does let's say 610 pips to the buys, and it does 414 pips for the sells. So basically we're averaging higher buyers opportunity as compared to the seller. Look at how long this buying opportunity is. So correction and so on and so forth. So now it's okay to sell, but you need to know when to sell. That skill, you have to build it over time. So if you look at here now, I won't be, let's say the price is currently buying, I won't be looking to sell here. It makes no sense. I won't be looking to sell here. It makes no sense. But as price came to do a double top here now, it's okay to sell, but I'm selling here and I'm taking my take profit as quick as possible, because I know the wave is continuously going up. So now if you look at how price tagged here, you can see the amount of consolidation here. This is how price really play. This particular play here is telling you there's an imbalance between buyers and sellers in between 29 and 18 and 29.55. There is no agreement between buyers and sellers here. So at the end of the day, we had seller winning just for the moment. So you can see we have triple top here and price sold more than this particular sell here, and we got to 28.39. So these are good sell opportunity, but at the same time, you need to know when to get out of the dance. They say this thing, when the ovation is high, that's when you get out of the dance. So you need to know when to get out of the dance when you're selling like a counter trend kind of play. So but basically the whole idea of the flow state is about knowing the trend. For you to pinpoint the trend, you go to the weekly time frame. This is what I do, and it has been very, very helpful to me. So look at how price tapped here. So look at here now. You can see on the weekly, this is back in 2023. You can see how price, let me zoom in properly so you get a better picture. You can see there's rejection here, rejection here, rejection here, rejection in this level. Now, watch how I break this down. Look at this particular point here. You can see how in between this box, this is a weekly time frame. Pay attention. This is a weekly time frame. In between this box, we have price tapped here once. Let me get this. We have price tapped here once, price tapped here twice, and it tapped here the third time. So this can basically mean an origination of a trend. So if you can see, as price starts here, price kept selling, and we got to this low here, 1, 2, 3, 4 taps. Price created a base here on the weekly time frame. So once you get this particular picture, when you go to the smaller time frame, your basis, it should be, as price gets to this level, we are resuming a flow state for buys. It's like in between two walls, the water is flowing, water flowed down to this particular point, it bounced there on the weekly time frame. So you can see the waves is continuous, going backward to the upside. You can see how price is moving and go back to this top. We got to this particular top here, it tapped again and it moved down, creating a bottom here. But this particular bottom here should let you know now that the upsells, like the buyers, are more prevalent in the market. If you look at it totally, you can see that the buyers are more prevalent in the market. So this is where this is why price is beautiful. Price tells you the whole story. So you can see that if you move your fib, I have a fib extension. If you want details of the fib extension, let me quickly show you my setting. You can just munch it and do about it what you please. So if you look at this, you can see that Price tapped on the 50 extension. That means half of where price, has moved. Price came to the 50 and bounced, creating a double bottom formation and found its way up. But if you back to the flow state situation, you can see if we go to the 4-hour time frame, let's find that area. If you go to the, let's find the area. Bear with me. I think what I should have done, I should have just cut it. Okay, now we're here. So look at it. Price tapped this particular high here. Before price did this, it is not your duty to determine this. It is your duty to wait for the bigger participant, because me and you are just retail buyers or sellers. So it's your duty to wait for the participants that are, that are very liquid to engage before you engage. So as price tapped here, for me, if I'm trading this, because remember, this is the origination, price is buying. As price tapped here, I'm not interested in selling this market, because where am I selling from? What story am I telling myself, or what story is market telling me? Price just says surging down, I'm not interested. But I'll be interested in this buy opportunity around here. I'll be interested in buy opportunity around here. So I got a call, so let's stay focused. I'm going to put my phone on do not disturb, so we are very focused on what we are doing here. So you can see I'm buying here. Look at price tapped in this level. If you buy around this position here, you can quickly get a 1 to 2. If you buy from here, you can get a 1 to 2, 1 to 3 type stuff. So basically, this is what it means to, understand the flow state, understand the origination of where price is coming from. Then you know how to ride the play. So you can see as price started selling here, it started selling, creating lower lows. As it started creating lower lows, you can now read the tapes that see price has created a high here, created a low here. Now, this new high that it has created is not able to take out this particular high here. So we have an inefficiency. And you can see the inefficiencies continued. Then you can find your ways to start looking for sell positions. But as this price is going this way, it is not your duty to determine sells. Find the buys. It helps you stay in the right state with the market. Like basically being in the zone, that kind of stuff. So look at how price, as soon as price got to this particular area here, double bottom formation, and boom, it started surging its way up. Came back to the same level again, found its way up, continuously buying. So bought, little sales in between, but continuous buying. So this is how price really play. You can go at, this is my strategy. You can go and check it out and see how you can implement it in your strategy. See, price came back to this level again, triple bottom formation, and boom, buys. It's easy to just stay and find opportunities to buy. Easy trades. When I say easy trades, this comes from experience. That doesn't mean it's very easy. So, but basically, it just gives you opportunity to stay with the flow. The flow helps you, the flow state in the market helps you stay in tune with what other participants are doing in the market, what the big players are doing in the market, basically. So if you want to start selling, you can see as price came here the second time, I'm willing to sell from here because now, because of how this is what technical analysis does. Price has a memory. So as price came back to this level, there are sellers ready to sell. So you can see it's easy to sell from here and see how price flowed all the way down. So price action, the flow state, understanding your candlestick. I'll make another video. I don't want to make this video too long. I'll make another video for understanding candlesticks. But this is how to be in the flow state. And this has really been a game changer for my trades. So I'm going to give you let me just clear this. I'm going to show you some of the trades I've taken. And for you to see that what I'm teaching is what I implement. So give me a minute. So let's come here. I'm currently on a buy position on gold. There's no guarantee on any trade. That is a certainty. So every trade is all probability. But first off, you can see that even through all this particular situation, as price is in a range here, you can see as price tapped the low, it went higher. Came here, created a double bottom formation with this week, went higher. Created a double bottom here. I was in this particular trade, it went higher, and now we are back here again. I'm currently buying. So, and this happens in almost all the pairs. Look at BTC, it's in the flow state to the upside. Make sure you just follow through with the buys. If you look at ETH, let's go to ETH. It's in the flow state to the buys. Just follow the buys. So it's easy. When it's in the flow state to sells, follow the sells. Just easy stuff. I hope you're able to pick one or two from this video. Um, these are experiences that took me time to learn. So I'm basically giving you first-hand information so that you can run with it, and don't allow too much time in between your profitability period and your learning state, because it's a continuous learning. But it's good to be learning and also making profits at the end of the day. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're trying to build a community here. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye for now.